What is going on, man? We are back with our second video, and I had to make my second video this video right here. It's been a minute since I made my first video about the Grammys about a month ago. I was waiting to make my second video about the Grammys when the Grammys came out, but we just got word that the Grammys is postponed. So uh, I can't wait too much longer, man. I gotta come back with a second video. And this video here is about the Weeknd's new album, 103.5 Don FM. Man, was this an experience. I'm gonna come out right now and say the Weeknd, he's the most invested in music. The Weeknd and Tyler the Creator are the most invested in music. And I say that because look at what they did their last three albums. The Weeknd's last three albums, Starboy, After Hours, and now Don FM, all characters. Starboy, he came and killed off his old self. We used to remember the Weeknd with this with the nappy hair, always talking about drugs, singing the trilogy Weekend, the House of Balloons Weekend. Personally, I didn't really care for the Weeknd back then, but when he killed himself off and turned into the Weeknd we know now, man, I really, matter of fact, I know when I got into the Weeknd. What's that song? The Hills. I used to fuck you when he's half past five. You only that Weekend. Oh my God, they're on fucking incredible. The same with Tyler. His last three albums: Flower Boy, Igor, um, and now Call Me If You Get Lost. All three characters in this world. Well, Flower Boy wasn't necessarily a character in like the last two albums that he had, but it still was this transition from the Tyler we used to know to the Tyler we know now. But back to the Weeknd, because this video is solely about the Weeknd and his album and his the Weeknd experience. I'm gonna call it the Weeknd experience. This like I can't even compare the Weeknd to anybody else because like he is the best. Like he is the biggest pop star that we know. The Weeknd is the biggest pop star that we know. This album is like a radio station experience. And the last person that I know to do like a radio experience was Vince Staples with what was that? I think it was just called FM. Let's look that up. I think it was just called FM. Go and listen to that too, because that's pretty good. I think it was just called FM radio. Yeah, FM exclamation point. It came out in, I think, 2018. Yep. It came out in 2018, November 2nd, 2018. It was when FM by Vince Staples came out. And it was pretty good. He embodied the radio station. You could hear like Big Boy like on the commercial breaks and all of that. Big Boy over on the West Coast, he dominates the radio stations out there. But back to the Weeknd, back to the Weeknd. I keep getting sidetracked already. So I wrote a couple notes about this album, about this experience, because man, it's captivating. It's literally like captivating, and it feels like the whole album feels like this 70s Miami Vice, like this club scene, everybody wearing like collar shirts and fucking doing cocaine off of people's fucking chests and shit. That's how it feels when you listen to the like the instrumentals, the beats in the back is just like crazy. Like I said, the post Starboy Weekend is better than the trilogy Weekend. And that's a hot take because none of my peer groups right now, nobody that I really talk to really feels like they like the Weekend right now. They rather the post Weekend where he's talking about drugs and he was doing drugs back then. Like why would you want somebody to stay in that? Stay in that lane like that. That shit was killing him. That's just not healthy, bro. You want to grow with the artist. You want to follow if you're invested in the artist, you want to grow, appreciate, and understand their transition. And I feel like he transitioned real well from the trilogy, the House of Balloons Weekend, to the Weekend we know now. And I feel like it started at the Starboy experience. The Starboy experience changed the trajectory of the Weekend. It was like, even if you watch the video Starboy, he comes into his own house as his new self and kills off his old self. You know, the Weeknd with the hair, with the big locks in his hair. He kills him off and turns into this reborn. He is this reborn Weeknd that we know now. And I feel like that was his transition from Trilogy Weekend. And even in the song, he says in the song, "Is there someone else on 103.5 Don FM?" He says, "I don't want to be a prisoner to who I used to be. I swear I changed my ways for the better because I want to be with you forever." And I feel like he's talking to the fans. He's talking to us like, I know y'all want me to be this, the Weekend, this dark, drug addicted Weekend, but I want to be with y'all just as much as y'all want to be with me. So I can't be that Weekend anymore, you know? Like I can't I can't harm myself just to stay connected to y'all as the fans because that's what y'all want. And I feel like that's completely understandable. I feel like it's selfish and it's selfish of the fans to want a person to stay in that lane. And we do it all the time. We always see it. We learn to love somebody because of this, that, and the third. And then when they blow up or when they see some form of success, they transition and turn into something else. Obviously, because they're growing throughout the years, they turn into something else. And now we're like, oh, I want the old such and such. Kanye. That's a prime example, Kanye. But anyway, the Starboy Weekend, he turns into this reborn self. Then After Hours Weekend, the After Hours Weekend experience was like he goes back to, he falls back into this drug addict, this like like bad decision making character of himself that he used to be. Now but he has money. So now he's in Vegas, he's doing drugs, he's licking fucking frogs and shit on acid, whatever the frogs make you hallucinate and all that shit. And now he's making these bad decisions, he's driving fast, he's doing drugs, he's getting beat the fuck up. It looked like he owes somebody some shit. You feel what I'm talking about? He running and shit. But yeah, throughout the years, we're seeing this story unfold of the Weekend killing himself off, getting reborn into his old, into a new Weekend, into a pure Weekend, and then falling back into that spiral, relapsing into this Weekend that's now addicted to drugs again. But now he has money, so it's a different drug experience, you know. And now I feel like I'm not for sure because obviously the album just came out Friday. Today's January 8th. The album just came out January 7th. So I haven't listened to it in depth. I've only gave it 3 listens and I just watched the Amazon Music live experience, which is good. Go watch that. Oh my God, The Weeknd is incredible. This man's a DJ now. He's a DJ now. Like this dude is fucking good, bro. He is good. But yeah, we see the cycle. He turns into this rich drug addict now, and now Don FM. I feel like I don't know yet because we haven't seen any videos come out. We haven't seen the story unfold. It's only been a day, so I feel like this Weekend is now his old self. He's him. He's his old self based on the trailer too. He's his old self coming back to stop his younger self from making those bad decisions again, which affects him in the future. That's what I'm getting from the videos and the music. Because the music, if you listen to the music, he's obviously surface level, he's obviously talking about a girl. He's talking about a woman. He wants the woman back. You broke my heart. Is there someone else? Etc. Etc. I'm out of time. You know, just read the track list. It's literally it sounds like he's talking to a woman. But it's almost like the whole album's a double entendre. He's talking about a woman, but at the same time, if you really think about it, he's talking about drugs. He's talking to himself about the drugs. He goes to say in the song Don't Break My Heart, he goes to say, I can't take another heartbreak or I'll end it all. And the girl I used to love, we broke up in the club and I almost died in the disco. So, boom, let me break that down because, in my opinion, he's talking about drugs. Obviously, he's talking about a girl surface level because he says the girl I was in love with, we broke up in the club. But a girl can also mean drugs, Xanax, Molly, whatever he's taking in that club, he kicks it. He's like, I'm done with this. But he also says, I almost died in the club. Like he almost died at the disco because he was probably tripping fucking balls. And he realized, bro, I can't take this no more. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this for the rest of my life or I'm going to kill myself. And that's the realization, that's the epiphany that he has to make him want to go back in time to convince his old self, bro, you can't keep up with this lifestyle. You gotta chill. And his old self in the trailer, you see he beats the fuck out of himself. Like, bro, I'm not listening to you. I'm living my life right now. I'm the biggest pop star in the fucking world. I'm the Weeknd. Don't come back and tell me what I need to do. I'm only going up from here. Like, do you know who I am? Type shit. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see the story unfold as the year pans out, just like we did After Hours. Because After Hours, it was kind of, you didn't really understand until he start dishing out those videos, dishing out the stories in specific. When you're watching the videos every other week, you put the connections together. Like, okay, this is that, this is that. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But this puts fire under a lot of artists' ass at the top of the year. To hear something like Don FM at the top of the year, man, the Weeknd killed this shit. And you know what? The end of the album, after Lil Wayne comes on, because he only has two features. Tyler the Creator, he only had like an 8 bar, 16 bar. I don't know. I can't read bars, but it was short as fuck. But it was good, and you could tell people are understanding that Tyler the Creator is is a fucking genius for one, and he's bigger than what people realize he was. I mean, I knew this from a start because I've been invested in Tyler for the past 11 years, but the music industry is now recognizing Tyler's capabilities. So Tyler went from no features 2 years ago to a bunch of features this year after Call Me If You Get Lost because people recognize his lyrical abilities and his abilities to put a good body of work after Igor last year winning a Grammy. And then this album, putting a good body of work out, an amazing body of work. They're realizing his capabilities, and now they're coming to him. In my opinion, they're coming to him. He's not seeking these these features. He's not seeking this recognition you know and for him to be on the Weekend, the biggest pop stars album of the year, for him to be on that, no matter if it's an 8 bar or 16 bar, bro, he's here. He's here, and I gotta appreciate that. I fucking appreciate you, the Weekend, for putting Tyler on your album, the biggest album. This album is gonna be heard worldwide, you feel what I'm saying? And obviously you gotta put Wayne on there. Wayne has been on his shit for the past 2 3 years. After that whole Birdman debacle, bro, Wayne is back. You feel what I'm saying? Wayne is back. I think B Dot named Wayne the best rapper of the year, even though he don't have an album out. He was best rapper of the year according to B Dot last year, just off his features because he been bodying everything. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I know what I was saying. After that Lil Wayne feature, at the end of the album, you could feel like this beautiful conclusion happening. Like it's so blissful and it's so relaxing, and it's like it makes you just want to just kick all of the vices that you have. It makes you just this sense of just relief and understanding and recognition, like, yeah, man, I gotta chill type shit. Like, bro, I can't keep fucking these hoes. I can't keep doing these drugs, sipping these lean. You feel what I'm talking about? Like, it just make you think. Just the instrumental, just the beat selections after those. I think it's like two songs after the Wayne song. So after track 14, I think so. It's just so beautiful. And overall, man, I gotta appreciate this album for what it is as of right now. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds throughout the year. Cause man, this is the Weekend Experience. To talk about a trilogy. To talk about a trilogy, the House of Blues trilogy versus this character trilogy that he's got going on, man. The Weekend, I gotta give a big ups to you. I don't want to rate this album because I don't want to be that person to be doing album reviews. But when something is good and something is is worth talking about, I'm gonna come on here to talk about it. I'm not gonna be that oh, this album came out, what we give it 10 out of 10, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna do that every time somebody drop music. But when it's something that come over me, I'm gonna turn this camera on and I'm gonna tell you about it. And this is the first album of the year, and this is the first album that came over me for the year. So all in all, man, I appreciate this album and I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you taking the time out. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit a like button, comment how you feel about the album. Let me know. Let's talk, man. Let's get in these comments and have conversations, man. Tell a friend about me. Cause I'm here and I'm here to stay, and we're gonna keep rocking out. I'm gonna keep making these videos, and you should keep watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll be back real soon. Peace.